Hi everyone, this lesson is going to be on 1-point perspective, and we're going to do a quick and easy landscape. So in your sketchbook or on a piece of paper, you're just going to draw a line right across. Hopefully this is dark enough for you to see. I'm going over it a bit. And this is the horizon line. The horizon line is where it appears things where the earth or the sky and the earth meet, or the sky and the water meet. Next, we're going to put a vanishing point, and it's just a dot somewhere on that line. And I like to do it right in the middle, and that is where it looks like things are going to disappear. Now, if I had a ruler, I would use a ruler for this next step. I can't talk today, because I'm going to make a big X on my paper. And the middle of the X is this vanishing point. So, oops, mine might be a little wobbly because I'm doing this without a ruler, but you get the idea. And this is going to be drawn lightly anyways because eventually it will be erased. All right, so now we're ready to go. Now I'm going to darken this up here. And this, for this picture, is going to be our road. And so I can darken that line up because we're going to keep that. And then, you know, if you're driving with your parents, you see the lines or the broken line in the middle of the road. All right, so everything's going back here. And along the back here, or along the horizon line, I'm just going to make some hills or mountains. And then I can erase that. Now I'm going to do, now I could do trees or I can do telephone poles. For this one, I think I'm going to do telephone poles. So I'm going to go right up to the top, right here. This is the top of that X, and I'm going to draw my first pole. And you want to make sure it goes straight up and down. Okay. And I'm just going to make this cross part here. And then I'm going to go back and erase whatever is in the middle of that pole. There's one. So that pole is right up front in the foreground. It's going to be the tallest one. Now the X, the top part of this X is helping me to figure out how tall the next one has to be. So I'm going to go back a little bit farther. Same thing. Now because I'm going back farther on my page, this one's going to be a little bit skinnier than this one. And the same thing. Make that line across. And I'm going to go back and erase anything that is in between. So you can kind of get the idea. We're only going to do 3 for this picture. So now this one is going to be smaller because it's going back farther and farther in the background, getting closer to that vanishing point. Like that. All right, so I'm going to finish here. These are, I don't really know what they're called, but they hold the power lines. So I'm going to do that. And then to connect those power lines, I'm going to connect this one to here. So it's just going to have just a gentle curve to it. And then this one goes to here. It just helps to make things look more dimensional. And this goes to that second one. And now over here, this one is going to go to this. So you just have to be keep track of where you're going with it. With all these lines, it can get a little confusing. And there you have it. Now, of course, I have to erase my top part of the X for my picture, because we no longer need it. All right, so you can see, hopefully, that it looks like it's going farther and farther back. Now, before I had erased this, you could have done maybe trees. Maybe I'll just get that, go back there. So maybe I would draw, okay, here's a small tree here, and then one that's a little bit bigger, and I'm going quickly, but just to give you the idea. And this one's going right off my page. It's a big one. It's the biggest one. Okay. So at least you get the idea of what you could do with trees instead of telephone poles. So have fun. This is called 1-point perspective. The vanishing point is right here in the center, horizon line. Can't wait to see what you do.